I haven't been home for almost a decade, leaving home at 22, and I moved into a big city and have been working in American Express ever since. I met my girlfriend Allison 4 years ago when she was 19. She worked as an intern and we've been dating for 4 years. I'm in love with her and I want to marry her. She's beautiful, insanely smart, witty, ambitious and just perfect in every single way. We hit it off when she first pursued me and we've been together ever since. She's 23 and we are living together and we worked in the same job and we've been talking about marriage, so I've been saving up money to buy a house because we are seriously considering starting a family together. She met my parents a handful of times and my mother and father are very welcoming towards her and embrace her. Except for my younger sister, however. We always had a one-sided antagonistic relationship, her part that is. I felt like she was always trying to one-up me. Ever since we were kids she has always been like this, jealous of me. I was never popular in high school but I had really good friends, and her on the other hand, has always been socially awkward and withdrawn. Needless to say, we never been close. Now she's 26 and lives with my parents. She never been independent, never went to college, and never had worked in a day in her life. She's spoiled and would rather hide in her room and play video games and smoke pot all day. She never had gotten along with my girlfriend and always made passive-aggressive comments to her and towards me. For instance, she would, jokingly, say I'm robbing the cradle and saying that my GF is too skinny that she needs to eat more. Which she's not. My GF is a very fit and toned 130 pounds who can actually bench press me whilst my sister is pushing 200 pounds. These comments of hers always got under my skin but I always pushed it under the rug for mainly I feel sorry for her. My sister the complete opposite of my GF in every way and I see she's so insecure about herself and putting down my GF will make her feel better then so be it. My GF always shrugged it off and she's honestly unbothered by it, but during dinner, I finally snapped. The 5 of us were having dinner. I made an announcement that we are thinking about tying the knot. My parents congratulated us with happy tears from both of them and the instant I said those words, my sister just turned enraged. She got up from the table and screamed at me and calling me a pedophile and saying my GF is too young and accusing me of grooming her. I saw red at this point. I always let my sister get away saying passive-aggressive comments towards her and my poor GF always shrugged it off because she felt sorry for her and would walk it off, and I'm ashamed of her having her go through that. I instantly got up and screamed in my sister's face and calling her pathetic she is for always bringing my relationship down just because she's jealous and too lazy to do anything about and continuously disrespects us just to make her feel better. I was the angriest I've ever been, which resulted in my sister burst into tears and immediately ugly cry and ran into her room. I heard her trashing her room and throwing stuff against the walls. My parents shrugged, looking completely defeated. They were used to her throwing tantrums like this. She always did them when she was a kid and looks like she never grew out of them. The dinner was cut short and I and my GF went home. Once I got there my phone was flooded with angry messages from my sister calling me all sorts of nasty things. I erased all of them and went to bed. I've been seriously thinking of cutting ties with my sister. The thought process has crossed my mind, but since dinner and the nasty things she called me, I absolutely want nothing to do with her. We were never close, to begin with, and I love her out of obligation because we are blood but nothing else. I feel sorry for her on how she turned out to be, but she isn't my problem. If she doesn't want to see my GF again then so be it. I don't think I'm going to visit my family's house very soon.